Hey, what's up, guys, and welcome back to the Millennial Man Cave. It is MLB time.
I thought you were going through like some cardiac arrest.
I might have slightly, just heart palpitations.
I don't blame you. We're down 3-1 here in the World Series.
We totally forgot how far back we are right now, guys. It is incredibly crazy to see, and we were just ready to get to the action. I don't know about you. We got Paxton going here, obviously not playing great with a 6 ERA in the postseason. Aaronola, who's apparently destroying it at 3-0 and .99. So we're going to see how this one plays out, guys. Getting back in MLB. Just play the full game. Jump in. Here we are. Yep. Let's wear some of those. Home ass advantage. Loving that. Quick counts back on. Ready to go. James Paxton. Boys, looking okay. Looking okay. Is anybody else who should be on? Perhaps that's not. No, I think we're okay. Probably the best we're going to get.
Swanson and Jose Altuve up the middle.
Encarnacion, Scott Schebler.
Okay, we all know Edwin can't
Michael
catch a ball at first base.
Ender and Ciarte, too, leading off. It's not going to be an easy one.
Yowza.
Not going to be an easy one. We need 3 straight wins, guys, to come back in the series, and your boys have not made it easy for themselves here.
So I'm going to timestamp this video a little bit. Today is trade deadline day for baseball.
Yep.
Fitting that it's the Rays versus the Pirates who had the
Chris
best...
Archer trade.
Or the most...
big blockbuster name traded?
Outside the Jays trading Osuna.
Yeah.
So, Archer off to the Pirates. I was very surprised to see the Pirates be
You know what? It just seemed like they wanted to replace Cole.
Ouch.
Plain and simple. I mean, what else do you got there? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Because they got what? Chad Kuhl.
You know what? You could ask me. I really wouldn't
They
be able
got
to tell you
Jamison
right now.
Tyen. I'm pretty sure it's Chad Kuhl. Get there. My God. They got Williams, who's had a pretty good year for them, and Kingham, who came up a couple times.
The fact that you know this,
Well, fantasy pool, man. Fantasy pool.
My fantasy pool has just dwindled down.
Yeah, I should have Tom let it go.
I stepped aside. When I stepped away from the MMC, I kind of stepped away from a lot of sports and gaming in general.
Well, I was incredibly... Oh my God.
Make the throw.
Why is Reddick not running that down? Like, is this what we're doing right now? I got to lose right away because these guys can't make a play?
We don't even have an out. And it's Altuve up.
Oh, yeah.
That's a beauty.
Buckling him at the knees.
That's a beauty.
Yeah, so the big part of that trade for me was Glasnow going back.
Well, Meadows is no slouch himself.
Exactly. And Austin Meadows, who had a pretty fun... Oh, that knuckle curve. And...
You're just finding your bread and butter?
Yeah, I got to get there. You got to get there. It's been a little while. And like you said, Austin Meadows had a phenomenal year. Like, the guy was batting like 280, 290.
Yeah.
And
he was like 23.
Quite a few at-bats going there. So, I mean, interesting for me, the Rays have really changed that outfield. Because now they have Kevin Kiermaier. They have Tommy Pham, who they went out and acquired from St. Louis.
Yeah, for like nothing.
Crazy trade. That made no sense to me.
I was surprised to see like the Rays like trade off some of their best pieces, but then acquire a guy like Pham.
And then they went out and acquired freaking like Austin Meadows there too, right? It's like that whole outfield looks completely different now going into next season. And they're good players. Yeah. Like, yeah, Pham's 30, fine. I think Kiermaier's probably pushing 30. Probably close.
High 20s.
We're talking about Gold Glover. Right?
Perennial.
And then you throw in an Austin Meadows now. Like, I don't know. I think the Rays are trying to slowly make their own quick developed turnover.
It was a smart trade. I mean, don't get me wrong. Archer, he will do well.
Yeah.
In Pittsburgh. I loved it actually when news broke. He went on his Instagram, his
black and yellow,
Twitter account and posted black and yellow.
Yep.
Which is pretty badass.
Oh my God, I thought I was on that.
Oh, I forgot how bad swinging is in this place.
Yep. It's gonna take some time to get readjusted again. Although I played some Road to the Show, you know, with Jeff Millennial. So I'm hoping I can find my swing again because right now it's not looking too good. It's been a little while for me too, guys. The craziness of all the moves. You know, I just landed in my place about...
You were saying a month ago.
Well, got the keys a month ago.
Yeah, formerly live here.
Yeah, did some shooting in that time. So, wasn't away because I was still living at home for a while, but we get the place all ready and stuff. And then we've really been living here maybe for about a week and a half, 2 weeks now. And even in that time, like, we weren't really home because between going to work and then going to help my dad close off our old house, you know, that was, wow, just terrible. That was most of what my days were, guys. So, like, by the time I get home, it's 11, 12 o'clock, and it's no time to shoot. Got to get ready to go to work the next day. So unfortunately, we kind of lost you guys there a little bit, and I apologize for that because I told you I would try my best to keep it going. But, you know, now my other house is closed. My dad's moved in, so he's all ready to go, taken care of. And, you know, now we focus on the better parts of the year, which is the weddings. Chef Tom getting married next week.
Wedding season.
Wedding season's coming up. We got, you know, our other cousin is getting married. And I think it's like 4 weeks after you, give or take.
Give or take.
4 or 6 weeks. And then after that, 2 weeks after that, your other boy's getting married over here. And then all the fun stuff comes in. Honeymoons. Chef Tom's going to be away from the end of August until about early May or early September.
End of August to about mid-September, yeah. It's about 3 weeks.
So, gonna have some time without Chef Tom here again. We'll try and get some content shot in between there.
Hopefully I'm able to come back to you guys again.
What do you mean if you're able to? You're not going anywhere, man. MMC's back in the swing of things now. We got the new chef's corner, new chef's kitchen for you to work in. It's gonna be super exciting. So we got a lot of goodness coming up, man. Like, I've been super excited in setting all this stuff up and, you know, being able to show you guys the episode of the final reveal here of the MMC. The new kind of setup we got going here in my spare bedroom. Like,
Stay in the
stay in.
Okay.
Yeah, we're good.
Double? That's fine.
Yeah, that's okay. We'll take that. It's 40 speed anyways. So funny enough, too, as we're watching this with the new setup, we are watching Vlad Jr.'s inaugural AAA game.
With the Bisons.
With the Bisons. Finally got the call up from AA.
Bisons or Bisons?
Bisons, I guess. Comment below. Bisons or Bisons?
Our Canadians showing.
Yeah. Yeah. Get
Get
there.
Nah, boy. I thought he was going to let that go.
I thought I was going to miss it. Well, we've seen that before a few times.
Aaron Nola.
But, you know, funny enough, if we look at this, and this has been a discussion I've been having with some of the people at work, some baseball fans and whatnot. If you're the Blue Jays, so you've officially today, obviously with the trade deadline, have shown that you're done. You have no interest in trying to compete. You're way out of the playoff spot at this point.
This year's a write-off.
Like, I think they're fourth in the division, even behind Baltimore, which is disgusting.
No, behind Tampa.
Is it Tampa?
Yeah, Baltimore's beneath us.
Behind Tampa. So what do you do? What do you do if Vlad Jr. continues to dominate in the minors? So AA, he batted like 440, 460 in that range. 16 home runs, 60-plus RBIs. Immediately gets to shoot up to AAA.
After his injury.
After an injury. Yeah, where he missed like 2.5 weeks. If Vlad Jr. destroys, now we're talking this was early August. If he kills it in AAA for a month, do you call him up at the end of September? Or beginning of September in the expanded call-up timeline?
Is it more important to you or the fans? Like, is it more important to him or the fans?
Well, for me, it's like, do you want to give him an opportunity to see what the show looks like? Like, I think the kid is so confident, I don't think it hurts him to come up. I think maybe it gives him that, you know, chip on his shoulder of, I know what I got to do to prep for these guys now. Right? I've gone through the system quickly. Because he's the best prospect in baseball, hands down. And I've read that everywhere. I'm talking, you know, reporters in the U.S., reporters in Canada. Like, it's not just the Canadian people boasting it up because he's a Blue Jay. Do you give him that opportunity, guys? What is your thoughts? Comment below. Do you think Vlad Jr. should get the call up this year, potentially? Only if he dominates. Like, if he's batting like 200, buck and change, whatever the case is, like, yeah, I would leave him in AAA.
He's got to be over the Mendoza line.
Like, he's got to be dominating. Like, I think even like the 280 plus range, for me, is where I would even consider calling him up. Giving him 3 weeks in the show. But I've heard, you know, some people with some negative outlooks at that saying, no way, man. Let him stay down there. Don't rush him. You potentially lose the year of ownership on him contractually.
True. Yeah, because his MLB service starts to click in at that point.
Yep. So what would you do, Chef Tom? What is your thought? Because I would, as a fan and even as a Blue Jay, like aficionado, if I was working, you know, front office, I would be like, kid, we're going to give you the shot.
I think, you know, you notify him that, you know, we are watching you, obviously. It's no secret. He's going to be a key component to the Jays roster for
a very long time.
Most likely the next decade.
As we hope.
You know, barring contract, right?
Yep, which is always the case.
Or, you know, the Osuna situation, which was rough.
Yeah.
But I think the heart of me, or like the baseball player in me, is give him his time.
Don't rush it. Don't call him up.
Because once he's up, he's going to own it anyways. So, you know, I know when Roy Halladay came up, he didn't have as much, you know, prospect hype to him when he first came up.
Yep.
and he
Dominated.
pitched almost a perfect game,
Yep.
and they sent him right back down. I think you stand more to lose in doing that to a player than coming up for that 3-week trial. So I think you stand more to lose if you come up and he hits, 300 in the bigs, and you send him back down, then he comes up at all, in my mind.
So you're thinking just leave him there.
Just let him. He dominated AA.
Oh.
Let him get accustomed to AAA.
AA was a joke.
And also the fact that he's in AAA, he's with the next generation crop of Jays, anyways.
Well, we took a good look at that roster. Like, there's some half decent names there. Danny Jensen, Rowdy Tellez, Vlad Jr.'s there, obviously. So in AAA, there's some pieces. There's some pieces there, and I think obviously with the likes of Bo Bichette coming up.
Yep.
He's going to be eventually making up from AA, because I think he's had a pretty good season for them. He made the All-Star game in AA.
Yep.
Danny Jensen, I believe, was starting in AA this year and worked his way up to AAA as well. So,
well, he's been great for the Jays franchise, or the Jays
prospect pool.
Thank you.
Gotcha.
In general. So, because we've always had, reputable catching prospects, but Jensen's the first one to really turn the corner.
Yeah.
Because Pentecost injured
never
galore.
got there. Yeah.
We got McGuire from the Pirates. He's a defensive back catcher, and that's it.
Yeah, that's best we're getting out of him.
And Jensen's just like, nah, don't worry, I come around. And
well,
slowly but surely,
he showed an offensive side, which is great. And you look at the quick note with Vlad. So he's got walked 3 times tonight
in his first game.
He's
actually up now as we're filming.
I think he just got out for the first time.
Yeah, grounds out.
Which is you look at it and you laugh because you're like, whatever. Kid's 19. He's got 3 walks in his first game.
That's disgusting. He's 19.
What do you expect, right? Is he 8? Maybe 18? He's 18 or 19. I know he's in that age range.
He's a teenager.
Yeah. So I mean, to me, it's just ridiculous at what
I'm pretty sure he's 19
we're gonna potentially see.
This would have been a couple months back, before he got promoted, but before I think he was even injured. They're comparing him to Trout as being one of the youngest players to come up as a teenager.
Yeah,
to the MLB.
It's true.
And Trout right now has a record at 19 and change.
Trout is just one of those stupid good guys.
He's an automatic Hall of Famer.
First ballot. Easy.
He's a GOAT.
Yep.
He is a GOAT of his generation.
Well, it's for what he has to offer, right? He's a 5-tool player.
There's not one bad thing he does. His longest slump, I think, this year was 3 games. He didn't get a hit.
Oh yeah. He's like a 300 batter always.
It's stupid.
At least 25 to 30 home runs.
He's incredible in the field.
Oh god, defensively no problem.
He doesn't care. He runs into the wall.
Cannon for an arm. Can steal bases because he's quick as hell. It's just those guys are so generational. They don't come around so often, right?
You can argue, the face of the MLB.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say.
It was Jeter for all those years.
Well, Jeter, A-Rod, those guys.
Yeah,
really
but A-Rod went through a lot of trash for steroids.
Well, of course, but so did the Barry Bondses and the Sammy Sosas and the Mark McGuires, and I mean those guys were hot.
But you're talking different eras.
No, I know, but I'm saying
that era was a steroid era.
But that's the thing, those guys were the face of it at that time, right? So I think right now you start looking at it's the Aaron Judges. That kid's getting sold like crazy as
true.
The next one, and you got Mike Trout who's there, and the Altuves and the Correas because the Astros now are so good. And on that front, we started talking about Osuna. So how do you feel about what the Jays got back for Osuna? So taking into consideration, guys, so this guy, he's obviously suspended, right? He's likely going to potentially get a jail term of some sort.
I heard otherwise.
Last I heard today, listening to the news, they think that there's potential that he may have some legal issues going forward. It's been up and down because I've heard the side that you heard as well, probably where he might get off. But at the same time, they came out today stating that the Jays, well done. Attaboy, Hazy. That's our first hit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, man. It's been a tight pitching game. Knock on wood. And I can do that now because we're not shooting on crates. Or on.
Let's not forget where we came.
Yeah, we're not shooting on coolers. Now we actually have a table in front of us, which is fantastic. But, the Jays apparently said at the time that it happened, there was 0 chance that he was going to pitch another game as Blue Jay.
Yeah.
That was decided right away by Shapiro and Atkins.
That was from ownership down.
No chance. No chance they would let it happen. So that being said, you knew he's not going to play. You knew you were going to move him. What is your feeling on the return? Because we're talking here one of the youngest relievers in the league. And I'd say for his age, the best reliever.
Oh, he's top 5.
For poise, for skill, for just what he offers on the table. Like, his fastball is ridiculous. He's got a disgusting, like, slurve ball. Like, phenomenal. What they got back for him, is it enough? Did they, what is your thoughts on that? Because I look at that trade myself personally. And I see that you get back Ken Giles. He has issue this year, essentially almost punched out his coach.
Yep.
Got caught on live TV yelling,
"Tell me that's gone."
Go! Woo! Woo, baby!
I did not think I got that.
Baby!
First one in place.
Boom! Loving it. Look at that. We slapped so hard, the camera lost
Focus.
its focus. Focus! Going pure rock right now. See, it's funny because now through setup, I'm looking at the screen to see how everything looks. So my eyes go this way, but I'm never looking at the camera. Whereas before we did the camera because we couldn't see anything else.
See, me, it's just straight up.
Oh, yeah, and then up, of course, when we're shooting. But little adjustments, guys, as we get along with these new setups here. I feel a little spoiled now. It's kind of cool. We're like kids coming up,
It's like kids at a candy shop now.
Didn't have much. Now you get older and you do fun things. You're like, oh my God, I couldn't do this when I was a kid because we were just too young. That's what it feels like now. It's like cool stuff. But,
like cool stuff.
Yeah, man. I'm still a kid. Shut up, Tom. So, Ken Giles comes up. You don't realize how young Ken Giles is. He's 27.
27.
So you forget about that. He's been a solid reliever.
He has the same contractual parameters as Osuna. So we still have control for him for the same term that we would have Osuna.
So, you get him. I don't think likely he stays either. To be honest with you, I think they get him for now. They may use him to fill out the roster. And depending on how that goes, I think the question mark comes in on whether or not they actually look to keep him. Okay. So, I've heard a lot of things that they might not. It's just a body. It is what it is. So I guess we'll see how that pans out. But from that piece now, looking at what they got back in 2 prospects. So one was their 30th ranked prospect.
Yeah.
And one I think was top 10, we said.
For the Astros organization, yes.
Yeah. So, Paulinho apparently is not going to be much. Perez could be not bad.
Yes. Perez apparently is the diamond in the rough.
But is that enough for the type of player you just got rid of? Because the thing is, what can you ask for at that point, right? You were going to get rid of him anyways. You weren't going to let him play another game. He's got legal issues, which becomes a problem for most teams. Oh my God, Arenado.
Just because you hit a jack.
I know. Doesn't let you off the hook to play good defense, man. Yeah, so, it causes problems for...
Did they give it to Hosmer?
For most teams, besides the Yankees, who will take anybody. Yeah, I went there. Sorry, Yankee fans. Chapman, what can I say? So, is it enough? What do you guys think? Did the Jays get enough back for Osuna? Because one thing I can say about all the deals that the Jays have done, they've gotten shit all back.
They didn't get any high-line prospects by any means, but I keep reading all these articles and it's a win for Shapiro, it's a win for Atkins. This is what the Jays needed to do.
Come on, Reddick.
We have pieces in the minor system. Don't get me wrong.
We do, and I think this is probably one of the best minors we've had in a long time.
Yes, I will say yes, but you can't sell short. I know we sold a lot of the players we did sell were on contractual years. Final.
They got rid of, older guys who were coming up contracts that didn't make sense to keep around and try to bring some sort of a younger-esque body back.
Or just a return in general than letting it go for nothing. I get it. But, I look at the Osuna trade. Like you kind of hinted at before, they're switching. Tell me that's gone too. Come on. Get up.
I don't think so.
Get up.
Warning track.
We're switching problems. Giles didn't jive with the Astros.
Yeah, got set down this year.
Yeah, he's in AAA right now. And then Osuna with his, off the field issues and the Jays. So
problem for problem with 2 prospects.
The best player in the deal is Osuna, no secret.
Oh, by a landslide.
But, don't forget, Giles was acquired by the Astros 2 years ago in a blockbuster trade similar to what happened now with Osuna.
That's part of the Phillies, wasn't it?
Yeah. He came over from the Phillies and the Astros gave up like 4 pieces, 5 pieces.
It was that much, eh?
Yeah, all prospect collateral, multiple players of that collateral being former first-round picks. So, in hindsight, was that Peyton?
Yeah, buddy. Paxton with the hit.
I'll take it. It's a hit.
Let's go Canada. Let's go Canada.
Yeah, eye on the ball.
Sits back on the breaking ball, takes it back up the middle. I don't care about your shift. All right, come on, Segura.
I'm most, out of all the Jays transactions, I'm most disappointed in the return for J.A. Happ.
Yeah.
Out of all the transactions.
But they argue that he's already in like his mid-30s. So
Don't care.
not much value there. And he's likely a rental. That's another one of their
That's
pushes,
fine.
right?
That's fine. But you trade him to the Yankees, given, okay, you know what, again, the Jays, they sold the season, they're done.
Oh, they're done by a mile.
But,
Hand, foot, and mouth.
disease?
Yeah.
We're doing that again?
He's got the Syndergaard issue going on right now. Yeah, like the Hap one hurt. I hated, unfortunately, that he had to go to the Yankees. But I guess it is what it is, right? I mean, the teams that are contending are going to pay. And the Red Sox, the Yankees, the Cubs, the Dodgers, all these usual teams we see coming up these days are all the ones paying, right?
What did we really get for Hap? We got a 25-year-old McKinney,
Yeah, McKinney.
who was a former first-round draft pick. He's already been traded 3 times.
He's garbage. Yeah.
Garbage. And Drury, who's a perennial, he's a Bonifacio.
Yeah. So, again, reading what I've seen online and this other deal from scouts, like, they think Drury has a lot more upside that he hasn't shown yet. Because when he was with Arizona, he actually did play pretty well. Like, he batted like 270.
Yeah, he had multiple double-digit home runs.
Good defensively. So, I mean, like, I think that's the piece they're hoping to see again. Because, unfortunately, the Yankees didn't really give him the time.
No, he was a rotational piece again for them.
Right? So, I mean, like, that opportunity to play and play well was not there. Because, unfortunately, they had to call up all their prospects, right? So, you had Gleyber Torres come up. And they had,
Oh, yeah.
Who else do they have there at...
Oh, God. Okay, we're good.
That was a big shift. Who else do they have there at shortstop and second? So they got Torres. They had Torres.
Yes.
And then there's the one other piece that they've had. Andriar.
Yes.
So, I mean, with those guys up, and unfortunately, Drury's not at that level, right? These are some of their bigger prospects, like probably top 5 in their system.
Oh, yeah.
So for them to come up, it is what it is. But at the same time, it's like, yeah, like you gave up J. Happ, and sure, you got Drury. So, like you said, you got a depth guy. Maybe he's got some ceiling. You got McKinney, who's crap. And I think one other prospect was kicking around that piece, right?
No.
Wasn't it? I thought it was
2-for-1 trade.
Was it 2-for-1? I swear it was 3-for-1.
If it's 3-for-1, then
2 prospects and Drury. Hold on, I'm on this right now. I think it was 3-for-1, and I think the other piece was the one that they said might be okay. So let me see. J. Happ trade. My apologies, guys. I'm going to quickly look this one up.
tell you, it was 2-for-1. I was so pissed off of that trade. It was a waste. I would have much rather,
Yeah, it was. Okay.
middle finger to the Yankees
Drury
and traded
McKinney.
them somewhere else for less.
Yeah, and you look at some other deals they made, right? So like, got traded. Axford
You know what the return
got
for
traded.
I thought was one of the best fucking returns we got.
Yeah. It was better than some of the other deals. They were bad.
Going on the point, because I want to... Oh, okay, I'll finish batting. But going on the point that you said where Giles might not be part of the team, I haven't heard that before. But you know what? That makes sense. The Jays are not going to be competitive this year.
No, God, no.
They're not going to be competitive next year.
No, and the thing is, like, he'll be in, like, a showing, right? If he shows well, they'll trade him.
It's a trade chip.
They'll get something for him, because the rumor is now that Marcus Stroman's not going to be a Blue Jay for much longer.
Which I'd be okay with.
Stroman's going to be gone. Sanchez can't stay healthy, for Pete's sake.
What amazes me is when, when this era of kids came in, it was the core.
Yeah, we were
Sanchez,
thinking that
Stroman,
this
Osuna,
was finally going to be the time.
Castro.
Yeah, then Castro got flipped for the Tulowitzki deal.
They all got flipped.
Yeah.
Slowly but surely, they're all being flipped.
Well, now it seems like the core is the Bichettes. It's the Vlad Juniors. It's the Danny Jensen. It's the Ryan Baruki. Kid's been great since he came up. He's like Mark Burley out there. Just quality starts with quality start. I'm pretty sure he's got 6 quality starts in 7 games.
Okay.
And the team for run support, I think he has 1 win, maybe.
Well, Gurriel's been showing awesome.
Yeah, Lourdes was on fire there for a bit.
Until he got injured.
Was it 6 or 8?
6 multiple
hit games? In a row.
Oh.
Yeah, first rookie to do it since like 1960 or something. Yeah, crazy. And the thing is, he started off really slow when he came up at first. Like, couldn't hit to save his life, and now here he is batting over 300. And then now he's out 2 to 6 weeks with like an ankle ligament injury or something.
Yep.
So, I mean, it just goes to show you the luck of the Blue Jays, right?
As soon as you start catching fire?
Yeah, you know, the guy's starting to come in now, everything's starting to look great, and then all of a sudden, bing, bang, boom, he's injured.
Teoscar's look decent.
Yeah, you know what? I like Teoscar. I think he'll be okay, considering we gave them Liriano.
I know.
For a playoff run, which, oh God, it's not good. Obviously worked out well for both, right?
Relievers up for you.
Where are we at right now? Okay, yeah, so the confidence is low. Let me see if maybe I can get through the batter.
But, you know, there was an interesting article on TSN.
Okay.
It was the projected lineup for the 2020 Jays.
2020, so we're talking 2 years out.
2 years out.
Okay.
And it's amazing. You have all the boys up. So you have Bichette. You have Guerrero at first base, surprisingly.
Really? So who are they playing? Oh my God!
Thankfully, he did not advance the second on that.
Well, it's a catcher. Thank God it was Perez.
But it was such an interesting article, and it actually shows that there might be some hope.
I mean, you would hope so.
Down the pipes.
I mean, the Jays didn't.
But I don't believe in all the articles saying that Shapiro and Atkins did well this trade.
No.
All they did was move out assets that were expiring. That's all they did.
They did nothing.
And they're getting nothing for, I'll tell you now, they're getting nothing for Donaldson.
No. Now it's done. You lost out your opportunity to max value on Donaldson. And that's the unfortunate reality.
Maybe you will be able to get something for Estrada after the waivers.
If he can...
If he clears.
Yeah. Well, first, if he can not be injured.
No, he just got assigned to the major leagues.
He just finally came back up?
Yeah, he's off.
Because I thought in his AAA game, in his tune-up game, that he came with an injury again.
That I didn't hear. I saw he cleared. I saw he cleared this morning.
Yeah, because I think what I caught last night, while I was half asleep, no less, that they walked to the mound to go see him, and they were looking at his finger.
So, you know, if we can get any return for Estrada, because he's not going to be anything. But
no, Estrada's done now. Same thing.
You know, I'm almost like thinking out loud now. Like, Donaldson does have a player option. Is it smart that he buys into himself? Because if he says no to player option,
yep, he's not going to get the same amount he would if he played one more good year with the Jays.
So do you think he entertains it?
To be honest, so if he's thinking money, yes, it's smart to come back to the Jays, try and give one more incredible season.
But it's going to be a season that you know that you're carrying the team.
Yeah, you have to, well, one, carry the team, but two, how much better can you make yourself look when you do carry a team alone, right?
If you can. Like, the Jays are going to be like the early early Millennium Jays next year.
Except there's no Roy Halladay.
There's no Halladay
Alex
to watch.
Rios, no Vernon Wells. Yeah, we weren't great, but at least we had some players kind of kicking around. But again, nonetheless, it'll give some opportunity for some of these guys to start making their way up. And, you know, some of the names we talked about, Rowdy Tellez, right? Danny Jansen. And that's why I was kind of curious when you said that they had Vlad playing first, because I feel like that's Tellez's spot.
They had Tellez on DH.
Okay, that makes sense. And, you know, you look at the Jays right now, right? So I don't think Justin Spoke's going to be around much longer.
I'm surprised they didn't actually move him. I thought for sure, because he still has a team-friendly deal.
Yeah.
Like, I thought for sure cash in on that, that value there, that it's a team-friendly deal. You have him for at least another year.
Well, and he's not having a bad year.
No,
he's got
cash in.
He's got what? I think 20, if not around 20 jacks.
I think so.
Like, he's been pretty good. I mean, you got a switch hitter. He found his way with the Jays. I mean, I remember back in the day when we were playing, you know, MVP baseball. We used to love Smoke when he was coming up. And we're like, yeah, guy's gonna be awesome. He's always a player.
Prospect with Texas.
Always a player we acquired, right? And then there it was that he just never panned out, and it seems like he found his way with the Jays. That was good to see.
It was surprising to see, because I remember when we signed him, like, yeah, okay, you know what,
like low risk,
good depth signing,
low risk, you know, good defensively,
play defensive,
yeah,
baseball,
that's it. No more, no less, right?
And then he just blew it up when Jose Batista left town.
Well, One interesting part. Oh god, I thought I got around on that. One thing about Batista now is apparently there's a couple teams inquiring about him because he's picked up his game so far this year.
Yeah, the Mets, he's looked good.
He's at an 18% walk rate.
Wow.
18.1.
1 in 5, pretty much.
So they were saying, they were saying it's stupid good. So like, yeah, his average right now because of how poorly he started is only about 230, I think, maybe just under 240. But you know, that walk rate is undeniable, right? In a playoff game, getting on base is getting on base.
I remember I was reading an article that the Yankees were looking heavily into him, which would have been interesting to see. The other, you know what? Were you surprised to see the Mets not trade any of the
DeGrom or Syndergaard?
Syndergaard, DeGrom, or even Zach Wheeler?
Yeah, I mean, they talked about it for so long, right? Saying that there's likely these guys are going. Now's the time.
Because they could have cashed in heavy. Like,
oh, massive. Massive.
Cespedes is done for the year.
Yep.
He's got a heel injury. They traded Asdrubal Cabrera. They traded Familia.
Yep. I don't have the hitter's eye at all today. I've just been too happy about talking baseball and getting back into our, like...
Well, it's like key baseball time.
Yeah,
right now.
like it's just the perfect time for everything right now.
Who do you have up right now?
I got Bedrosian and you got Freeman. You got a couple righties coming up, so...
Okay,
I figured
subbed batter. That's
yeah,
fine.
So I'll get you, I think Bedrosian probably put in, maybe get up Carson Smith. What I don't understand is why Neris is closing. He's like 78 overall.
Don't look at me.
Don't stop me now.
Should I just say screw and bring in Fair? No.
Go, warming up Weaver or Smith. You're going to give him the 2 inning?
Sit down.
Seagy?
Just to be safe.
Let's get the more experienced, kind of better overall arms ready to go. But
it's only a 1-run game.
Yeah, it's been tight. I mean, it's been a tight game. I feel like we kind of talked through this one.
Yep.
And here on the screen, I mean, we're not getting hits. They're only getting some hits. It's been great defensively. It's been a pitcher's duel for the most part.
For the most part, yes.
It's working out well in our favor, guys, because right now we got to grind away here, one game at a time.
Get that.
And Paxi came out and did what we needed him to.
Yeah, he gave us 6 strong?
I think so, give or take.
Yeah.
So, I think, end game now, going over these Blue Jays, is you cash in on value. You're hoping Donaldson comes back on his player option, tries to play out a good, solid year. Because I think right now, if he tests free agency, they're going to say, listen, you haven't played in 2 years.
If he tests free agency, he's going to get a 1-year deal.
At best.
That's what he'll take. He'll take a Jose Batista-esque deal.
But the problem is that deal is not going to be as much as him probably taking his option. So if he wants to take the cash, he likes to get better cash being on the Blue Jays. And again, being a leader, showing what he's worth, again, maybe trying to find that MVP for him. And then not only does it do a favor for him, but it also does a favor for us in being a stopgap.
Well, he can also be instrumental in teaching this trade. Because he's been great defensively in his years with the Jays.
Well, I mean, one thing that's always funny enough for me looking back at Donaldson was that he was a converted catcher.
Yep.
Right?
He was originally drafted by the Cubs as a catcher.
Goes as a catcher, makes his way over to Oakland.
Yep.
Doesn't find his way as catcher in Oakland. And I think, to be honest, he couldn't make the catching time there because I had a couple other guys who were in front of him.
Hatteberg.
And Suzuki. Wasn't he? Chris Suzuki was there for a bit?
Yeah.
So they had some pieces, didn't end up being much, and had to find his way to get into the games. And I think worked his way from DH. They started using him in the infield. And then finally ends up at third base.
Who am I for this Claudio kid?
So we officially have the end of the Bison's game here. And Vlad Jr. goes 0 for 1 with 3 walks and a sac fly RBI.
Not bad.
So his on-base percentage is 600 already.
I'm curious to see this spreadsheet doesn't show us if it's intentional walks or not, but I'd be curious.
I mean, like we're saying, the kid's so young. If he's reached AAA already and coaches are telling,
Oh my God, this stuff is slow.
Well, you got me worried now because I got to come in here on the back half of this.
All you have to do is shut them down for 3. Ah, shit.
Bullpen. Well, you got Smith up, right?
Yeah, I got Smith up, and then I'll go get Neris in a second.
Oh, get in there. Come on.
They're playing a heavy shift.
We got a grit grind. Why don't they get you? Come on, Edwin can't make those picks anymore. Give me a break.
He barely was able to make the picks to begin with.
Garbage.
All right, let's do this.
What do we got? Yeah, you got Seegers and Smith. Yeah, should be fine.
Yeah, okay.
Top 9, bring in Smith. I mean, he's the better overall, right? I feel like this season they flipped it on us all the time. 1 second it's Neris, 1 second it's Smith.
Yep.
It was Neris, then we acquired Smith, and it became Smith. Went back to Neris.
I feel like we're actually even injured. I feel like we're missing a component there. I feel like we're missing our closer.
I wanted to say you were right. When I was originally looking at our roster, I thought we had a couple guys who might even been out at that
We'll
point.
check it after this.
Okay.
3 outs.
We're taking out Bedrosian. You did what you had to, kid. It's time for Carson Smith, 87. I'm going to put him in. At the same time, I'm going to go back to the pen. I'm going to get Neris up, just in case, since apparently he is our closer. And we will get ready. So let's see. Carson Smith. Oh. Are you kidding? He hit against the shift.
Solarte.
Boy. Oh. Yep. Little shimmy shakes. Okay, I forgot. Yeah, Smith is a sinker bowler.
Yeah, he's a ground ball expert.
Couldn't get it over. 2-1 count. Come on, I got to grit grind away here. Little by little.
Yep.
That should come right in. Hazy at first. Eats that one. Okay, 1 run. 1 run, guys. Let's go.
Who's up?
1 run lead, 1 out. That's all we need. Full count, Sal Perez. I wonder.
Oh, Sally.
Can I get him? Ugh. Oh, he's got a big boy swing.
He protected it.
He's got a big boy swing. I got to be careful here. Sally could make me pay on the mistake. Oh, there it is. There it is. Nice and easy. First win needed in the books. Yep. Check that off, kids. 2 more dubs. Hopefully we can come back here. I mean, look, each pitcher was fantastic.
Yeah, we did 10 strikeouts for Paxton is wow.
10 Ks through 6, 5 hits, 1 run, no walks.
Wow.
Did not walk a batter.
That's impressive.
Nola walked 2. He had 9 Ks, equally impressive. I mean, this was the bounce back game that Paxton needed because, as we saw, he was not playing well.
6 ERA.
Yeah.
And Nola really showed his worth of under 1 ERA.
Yep.
He only gave up that 1 error of the 2-run jack. That's it.
2 runs. Yeah. Paxton almost 100 pitches. Pretty well bang on. It's what you expect from your starter. Your ace, no less. Yeah. Yep. So Paxton gets us the dub. Where does that leave us now? So who is
Feria, I believe.
The next one up here. Yep. Feria against Snell.
So I mean, ERA is in our favor. ERA is almost
4.
3 quarters.
Almost 4. And 1 and 2, so he's probably not getting the wins. And then we potentially have John Gray against Fred Everett.
Can we go to our bullpen just to see?
Want to go to the pen?
Yeah, I feel like we are missing that closer piece. No?
Nope. Yep, we got Brock, Neris, and Bedrosian. And yeah, Boxberger's down. Freeman one's up. Okay. That's the roster. Alex Cobb, I think we had up at some points, working the reliever side for a bit.
You know what? You thought the Jays sold? Did you see what Baltimore did this?
Oh yeah, Scoop gone.
Scoop. Their whole bullpen's demolished.
Well,
O'Day's gone.
O'Day, yeah, was part of one of the deals.
Brock is gone.
Brock. Who else did Baltimore trade? That was a big name.
Gesselman.
Gossman, yeah.
Gossman, he's gone.
Yeah, but I mean, he's depth, really.
Totally agree.
Depth addition for Atlanta. See how he does. Actually, Atlanta called up one of their young kids today to pitch. Colby Allard. He's getting his first major league start today. One of their prospects. Apparently, they're saying could be a spot start, just waiting for Gossman to come up. So, I mean, it'll be interesting. Like, seeing a team like Atlanta being crap for so long and now making acquisitions to make a push to the playoff spots. It's pretty exciting.
You know what? I have all the love for Anthopoulos. You do you, bud.
And he will, because he does.
So that will wrap up our first game back in the show.
Yep.
Successful one, knock on wood.
Has it with the controller down. Yep, game number 1 that we needed, locked down. So 3-2 series here. Feria, Snell. We've had some great games with Feria in the past. He's won us some big ones.
He won us some big ones for sure.
So, I mean, hopefully we can grit grind past Snell. He's going to be a lefty. He's going to be a little bit of a pain for us. But mind you, we do have a lot of right-handed batters.
Yep.
So it should potentially work in our favor.
And you know what? With Paxton being a lefty, we gave them the benefit of the doubt. They had a righty-heavy lineup.
But Paxton got the pitches done.
So the fact that we have Feria with our righty going in now, who knows?
Maybe the matchups work.
Time will tell.
Have to wait till next episode, guys. So thank you so much again for dropping by again today. We really appreciate it. As we said on previous episodes now, this is probably the 4th episode we're posting back with Chef Tom. Exciting stuff coming up. I mean, the chef's back. He looks good. He feels good. Super happy to see him back at it. Doing what we love. The Chef's Corner. Chef's Corner. Going to be coming back again shortly. You know, we're going to get through these weddings. We're going to see if we can find some time for the Chef's Corner. But, of course, we're going to keep up with this content at the very least. But the new Chef's Corner stuff's going to be loving it.
Well, completely different aspect as well, right?
Loving every minute of it.
New kitchen, new rules.
New kitchen, new rules. Chef Tom's going to bring in some pure fire. Super excited to see because I'm going to give you a little
There's a little throwback.
Oh, a little throwback for you guys. He's been telling me about some of the dishes that's been on his mind. All I'm going to say is, you're welcome. You're welcome. So again, guys, thank you so much. As always, do us a favor. Go hit that like button as hard as you possibly can. Let's get the likes up on these videos. We're going to keep building the MMC fam. Hit subscribe if you haven't already. Turn notifications on because YouTube is not sending you the MMC videos when they post. And they can't do it unless you hit notifications.
Just ring that bell.
Just Le'Veon Bell.
I gotta get used to doing things with my left hand.
Yep. I gotta do. Yep. All right. A little bit on. Yep. We're adjusting. You know, it's a new setup here. We have to move everything kind of close to keep it in. Otherwise, you're gonna see my wall in the back area here. Maybe we'll start doing those. Who knows? Never know. As we get more
That'll
guys,
be the nighttime hour.
If there's more guys, I think we're definitely gonna have to take the green screen down. You guys are gonna get just the box of the back room there. See the Toronto Maple Leaf stuff going, some Steelers stuff. But yeah, guys, subscribe, like, share, comment, all that good stuff. You guys have been doing it. You've been amazing with it. MMC family growing. We love you guys. Appreciate it. As always, in the links below, all of our social media pages. Go make sure you're following the pool. You want to be a part of that pool, you got to be following us to at least 3 out of the 5 I think that we have to offer. Or 4 besides YouTube. They can be following us on, making sure you're sending us those pictures. Find your opportunity to get one of the 7 spots available for the MMC Fantasy Football Pool, which, of course, if you win, comes the prize. Just saying. Chef Tom's going to drop that news on the date that we announced it, on August 17th. So some exciting stuff coming for that. As we continue to look forward here, guys, you want to save some money. Go get some good products. We have some really, really good partners. Clutch Chairz, Insane Labs. You know, we love the products. It helps us. It works. It's great. It's fantastic. Save money and get it for yourself, because why not? You deserve to spoil yourself. You should do it. And on that front, go spoil yourself with some MMC merchandise. Rep your boys. Nothing means more to us than knowing that you guys are loving the merch. You guys are repping us. Like, it's just grade A stuff. Some of you have already. We do appreciate it, guys. And if you have, send us a photo of you rocking whatever merch it is you decide, because they have a wide array of products. Cheap prices, quality items, ships international. What else can you say? It's just great. So if you send us that photo, we're going to show you guys on our social media pages saying thank you. And you're like our little model, if you will.
Yeah.
Love it. Love it. So, guys, we're going to end off here. Chef Tom pulled up an interesting article we're about to go read right now.
It's all about trade deadline stuff.
It's trade deadline stuff. You know,
Yeah,
your boys got to keep up with the goodness. So, Chef Tom, let's pull up the article. Roll them out.
Boys and girls, thanks for tuning in. We love you. We will see you on the next one. Hopefully, Game 6 victory. Stay tuned. We'll see you there.